So I have an employee who is very fearful that whenever she makes make a mistake, right, that she would either avoid owning up to it, avoid answering it, or try to cover it up. And because I look at processes a lot, I look at a very broad perspective. Then I'll ask her, "Hey, what happened here? This doesn't add up, you know." Especially when she tried to cover her tracks and whenever she lies. And the funny thing is that the more she is fearful about making mistakes, the more mistakes she makes because she is just being afraid, right, to avoid mistakes. And it took me more than 30, 40, 50 conversations with her, telling her that, hey, you know what, just fix the mistake. I don't want to, I'm not assigning blame. I don't care about blame. I want to fix the process so we can move on, you know. And after about maybe 5, 6, 8 weeks with me, one day she started to realize that I mean what I say, you know, that I'm not baiting her or I'm not putting out a trap to catch her, to score her, right? So, and then after she finally, I think she finally decided to try me out, right? In a sense. So one day after 6, 8 weeks, we found an error. So instead of her saying, ignoring it or saying, or trying to lie about it, said, sorry, Nigel, I missed it. I say, okay, let's fix it. And then we look at the processes to help improve productivity and prevent errors. I would not forget the look on her face. She was really surprised when I said that. Yeah, I'm like, that's what I said. We just focus on process, right? And then I realized what happens that in her previous employments, whenever she makes a mistake, she had been terribly scolded. You know, it's what in Singaporean term we call it left, right, center. We got scolding, right? And that's why she tries to avoid owning up to mistakes, hiding her mistakes, and try to, you know, lie about it, right? And basically, when I observe the situation, I can see very clearly she is saying that she is afraid of making mistakes. And I get it. I totally get it. I've been in such situation before. I've been in such working environment before. I didn't like it. And not because it's bad. I I don't like blame because blame is not usually useful because it just creates fear. You know, and when people create fear, and you create such a fearful environment, it's people are going to start to defend themselves. They're going to spend a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of time to not make mistakes and to defend themselves, like, you know, to hide things out. And they will also start to blame other people and throw other people under the bus. And then these people who are thrown under the bus will then start to defend themselves. Then you realize that this is such a ridiculous and stupid waste of time. It's ridiculous. It's a vicious cycle, you know. If you ever catch yourself or someone doing this, you know, and if you don't want to waste time, just go direct, you know. If you made a mistake, own it, sure. Say sorry, learn from it. If they made a mistake, just go straight to them and say, hey, let's just fix the problem, fix the process. Okay, no blame assigned here. There's no need for blame, right? The reason is very simple. It's just a waste of time. Owning a mistake can take less than a minute. Okay, then you can go on to more productive things rather than worrying or trying to, you know, plan how to blame someone else, throw someone else under the bus, how to defend yourself. It's not productive that way. What for? You know, so that's why in my businesses, my investments, I prefer to take a very direct approach. You know, we just focus on fixing the process. I create a process-driven culture, no blame required. When the process is right, the outcomes will be right. It's all about process. Really, it's really, I feel that way. Maybe it's simple, but I like it. It's giving me all the outcomes that I wanted so far. Be it for business, be it for life, being a parent, be very focused on the process, right? So in CC item number 4 over here, there's a bonus story and a bonus application, right? So before this, I'll give you an example about how we don't use blame in a business or in at work because it just creates fear, right? That's one way of using process. So the flip side is that this also can be applied to any goal you want, you know, not just for fixing mistakes. So an example, a classic example that I know I see quite a lot, right? I personally know people who would say this, you know, they will say that they are not rich because their parents didn't save money didn't invest or didn't have a business for them. Okay, I want to repeat that, okay? I personally know people who say that these people are not rich because they are parents, didn't save money, didn't invest or have a business for them. So what can we tell from this? So I know these people want to be rich, but they're just focusing on blame. They blame their parents, blame someone who didn't give them money, or didn't leave them a business or something that they want, right? Funny things, I don't see these people who complaining about not receiving money. If they want to earn more money, they want to have more money. I don't see them going for courses to learn to earn more, starting businesses. 10 years later, they're still spouting the same shit. Blame is useless. It just creates fear, creates an unnecessary vicious cycle. It's helpless. Fix the process. Okay. So with this example, right? If one wants to have more money, one wants to be rich, then you have to study how to have more money. You may have to pick up a new high-paying skill, learn how to apply it well. Maybe you have to start a business, maybe an offline business or an online business, right? Or maybe you need to learn how to trade well or invest well. When you fix the process or when you focus on the process, you will get the outcomes that you desire. Blame is not useful when you use on an individual. Blame is useful when you study the processes. So always focus on process. That's all I have for you today. If you like what I share, please subscribe to my channel and I'll share with you more things down the road. Take care. Bye.